Hello out there, welcome to this tutorial on Microsoft Excel. This is the fourth videos on Microsoft Excel. In this video, we'll be looking at rounding off numbers. We'll be looking at the three functions for rounding off numbers: round, round up, and round down. Like we stated, we said we have round, round up, and then round down. For round, it round off numbers normally. You still remember when you round off numbers, the numbers from 0 to 4 are rounded down to 0, while the numbers from 5 to 9 are rounded up to 1. So that, for instance, if you have 3.5, to be rounded to the nearest whole number, it gives you 4. Remember, this 5 has been rounded up to become 1 and added to this 3, giving us 4. And 3.1 is equal to 3 to the nearest whole number. This one has been rounded down and then nothing to be added to this 3, and we returned 3 as 3.1 to the nearest whole number. For round up, it rounds up all numbers except 0. What we are saying here is that if you have 3.5, it gives you as what? 4. If you also have 3.1, it will still round it up to what? 4. This one is just how to round up numbers, whether it is 1, 2, 3 up till now, but not including 0. But if you have 3.0009, it gives you as 4. So example here, we said if you have 3.5 to the nearest whole number, it gives you as 4. Also 3.1 to the nearest whole number, it gives you at 4 also. Then we go for round down. It rounds down all numbers. Like we have here, 3.5 is rounded down to 3 and 3.1 is rounded down to 3. It is the reverse of round up. So we now look at the syntax. They all have the same syntax, only that the functions differ. So we have for round, number, num digits. The number here is the number you want to round. Then the num digits now determine the degree of accuracy. Is it to the nearest whole number? Is it to one decimal place? Is it to two decimal places? Is it to the nearest 100, 1,000, and so on? Then the syntax for round up is still number, num digits, as explained in round, as well as round down has a syntax of round down, number, num digits. We're going to look at a table that will give us the behavior of these num digits. So we have a table here, the num digit and the meaning. If you have the num digit to be -3, it means to the nearest 1,000. For example, if you have round 26745 and the num digit is -3, it gives you 37,000 because it is to the nearest 1,000. Then also, -2 means nearest 100. So that if you have equal to round 26745 minus 2 being the num digit equal 26,700, because -2 here means to the nearest 100. So we have it as 700. Then -1 means to the nearest 10. So that if you have equal to round 26745, then -1 being the num digit equal 26,750. And then also 0 means nearest whole number. So that if you have equal to round 26.248, then comma 0, 0 means to the nearest whole number equal 26. So it has rounded this to 26 to the nearest whole number. Then also if you have 1, it means one decimal place. So that if you have equal to round 26.248, 1 indicating one decimal place, you are left with 26.2. And then finally, 2 means two decimal places. So that if you have equal to round 26.248, 2, equals 26.25, 2 decimal places. 3 means 3 decimal places, 4, 4 decimal places, as well as this one too. If you have -4, it means to the nearest 10,000 and so on. So we are going straight now to our Microsoft Excel and practicalize what we have explained so far. So let's go. Now, here are the tables we are going to use for the decimal numbers. Then we have other tables for the whole numbers when we want to deal with the nearest 1,000, 100, and the nearest 10. So let's go. For the first table, we'll be doing 2 decimal places for round, round up, and round down. So our first value, which is for round function, is on D4. We type equal to round, open bracket. The number to be rounded is this, so we just click on it, then comma, and our num digit, since it is 2 decimal places, we're going to have 2. Close the bracket and hit the enter. You have it rounded to 2 decimal places as 67.99. Then we can then replicate to other cells to give us round to 2 decimal places. You can see that round 2 decimal places. Also here, round C6 to 2 decimal places. So we are done with that. We go to round up. I can copy the formula for round, then place it on E4. On the formula bar, paste it, and then change to round up. I hit the enter. It will still give me round up. You know, we are rounding it up. Since we are rounding it up, this 7 will be rounded to 1 to make 8 to become 9. So it is normal. But when we round it down, this is where we are going to see the differences. You can see this 5 is rounded up to become 4. And also here, this 4 is rounded up to make 1 to become 2. So this is where we have the differences. Then for round down, the same way, I paste the same formula and add down. So having added down, I hit the enter. You can see now that this 7, even though it is between 5 and 7, it is rounded down. So it returns 8. The same thing when we come here, this will be 23, you see, and this one will still remain 21. This is how round down works. Then we go to the nearest whole number. For the nearest whole number, I select equal to round for the round function. Open bracket, the number is H4, comma 0. Remember, 0 is nearest whole number. Then we hit the enter. We are going to have it as 68. We have it 68. We then autofill to replicate to other cells for round. You can see now this is to the nearest whole number, this to the nearest whole number, rounding it normally. Then we go to round up. I still copy this formula and edit it. So I click on J4, place the cursor on the formula bar, paste the formula. What I'm adding now is up. I add up because the formula will still be the same. So this one has been rounded up. If you replicate it to other cell, you are going to have the remaining 2 different, because this 2 is made 1 and added to 3 to give us this, the same thing here. Then the rounding down now, you discover that we are going to be having 67, 53, and 365 here in this. So let's go. We click on K4, place our cursor on the formula bar. I paste the formula and edit it, add down, and hit enter. You can see, replicate the formula to other cells. You can see it's only picking the integer part without considering anything from the other side because it is rounding down. So this is it here, and this is all for the decimal. We then go to the tables that will give us nearest thousand and nearest hundred. So we have it here, and here this is to the nearest hundred and this is nearest thousand. We click on the first cell for round. We deal with the round first. Equal to round, open bracket. This is the number here. We bring in the number, comma, to the nearest hundred. The num digit is going to be -2. Then close the bracket, hit the enter. You see now that that's giving us 69. Because this is rounded up, added to this, it becomes 10, which will still give us $7,000. By the time we replicate, we are going to have nearest 100, 900, 600, 200. You can see that 900. This, because this is rounded up, so it automatically switched to the other side to give us 7,000. Here now, this is the 900. This is going to be 600, and this is going to be 200. The tens and the units have been rounded down or up. So that's all for that. Then we go to round up. Like we did, we are going to copy the formula, then paste it on round up. We edit it to round up and hit the enter. You can see now it's still the same value. When we replicate, we are going to have the same value for some and different for others. Like here now, this 0.5 has been rounded up to become 10 here, and it switched to the next digit, which is 1,000 digit, to give us 5,000. The same thing here, this has been rounded up to become 7. This has been rounded up to become 3. Then the round down. If you look at the round down to the nearest 100, we are going to maintain 900 here, 900, 600, and 200 without rounding it up anywhere. So we still click on F3, go to the formula bar, paste the formula for round, edit it to down, and hit the enter. Like I told you, it's going to maintain only the 900, 900, 600, 200 if we replicate the formula to other cells. So we can see all these numbers are rounded down. So that's it for this. Then we go for the nearest thousand. Here we said equal to round. We're on the round column now. Open bracket. The number here is H3, comma, nearest thousand means -3 for the num digit. Close the bracket and hit the enter. You have it as 7,000 to the nearest 100. This one is going to be 5,000. This one is going to be 7,000, and this one is going to be 2,000. So we then autofill this to replicate the formula to other cells. We replicate. I told you this is 2007 and so on. Then for round up, we also copy the formula for round to be pasted and edited. We click on the formula bar, paste it. We just add up, hit the enter to the nearest 1,000. We have it here. We go down. This is only the third one will be different because this 2 is rounded up to make this 2 to be 3. So we have it there. Then the round down, you discover that you are going to have only the thousands. The other ones will be rounded down, be informed. So we paste the formula, edit it to round down, then hit the enter. We have it now 6,000. This one is going to be 4,000, 6,000, 2,000. So we replicate the formula to other cells. We see it that is maintaining only this without considering anything here, whether it is greater than 5 or less than 5 or equal to 5. So this is it here with everything for the table to the nearest 100 and nearest 1,000. So we have been able to explain what round up, and round down do, and explaining their syntax, and then finally practicalize it here. Therefore, this is where we are ending this tutorial. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and share this video. Also remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are new to our channel. Then check the description section of this video on our YouTube channel to get the link to the playlist containing all the videos on Microsoft Excel. Until we come your way again, goodbye.